Hi everyone, this is audap. Yeah, I apologize. Yesterday I had sound issues for this game, so let's go through this game again, and let's check it out. Death Stranding Director's Cut on PlayStation 5. Right, again, we're going easy. This is my options going to set here. Most of them are default options. Right, and keep all this about the same. I'm sure I'm going to change some of this at least. Interesting, you also have the option to use keyboard and mouse inside of the game. Usually we don't see that highlighted unless it's Doom, so kind of cool. Again, I'm going to leave all these default. Oh, that's right, text language, voice language. I guess we'll just leave it in English. It was kind of meant to be an English game. Again, you know, we could potentially prioritize quality by adding more post-process effects, but I'd rather have 60 frames, or mostly 60 frames if I can possibly help it. Widescreen mode, add some letterboxing if you have a 16:9 set, and I think even if you had an ultra-wide set, the letterbox would still appear, but you know, you could zoom in with the monitor if you wanted to do that. It does increase the FOV. I'm fine with the 16:9 setting. I don't mind the FOV being that close. I think it looks a little odd with the wider FOV, but that's just maybe because I'm just used to seeing it with the 90 degree. We're going to go ahead and set this a little bit brighter than normal. I wouldn't normally set it that bright. And then HDR, obviously you folks at home will be able to see it since I'm not broadcasting in HDR. But you can adjust the brightness if you want to do that. If you want that. And then I'm going to set all of these to the BB voice and the controller sound effects, not to go through the PlayStation speaker because it's still kind of stupid. So I'll just put those on TV instead. And there we go. Yeah, let's do it. Good enough. Yeah. Then we will set a birthday. I like May. May showers. I'm fond of rain myself. That is a cool logo. It really is. What, Kojima Productions? Wait, is Jeff Keighley around? Somebody said Kojima. Keighley's like one of those guys. Is like somebody that knows like somebody in a band. It's like, yeah, I know Kojima. I was like, every time you see Keighley, he's like, yeah, I know Kojima. He's a friend of mine. We hang out. Probably like just like sitting there like during dinner. It's like, yeah, this reminds me of the time I ate with Kojima.
Once there was an explosion, a bang which gave birth to time and space.
Probably goes to the bathroom. It's like, hey, do you know Kojima also goes to the bathroom?
A bang which
one time I had dinner with him and he went to the bathroom. I was like, fucking Keighley, why don't you shut up about Kojima?
A bang
Holy
which gave
shit!
rise to life
So far up that guy's ass.
And then came the next explosion.
I mean, I'm surprised he's not in this game. Maybe he is in this game with the director's cut. Oh, that's right. I forgot there's licensed music in this game. Guess we'll skip it. Yeah, it's amazing what 60 hertz will do to a game which was, you know, struggling to keep 30 hertz. I mean, it's really night and day as far as the visuals go. Just because of the 60 hertz. Oh, sheep! Yeah. Come on, sheepy! No! Oh, no! I think I noticed that when we're playing on PS4 Pro. Yeah, Pro's got it bad in video games. was getting the shit beat out of him. Fragile. You seriously didn't hear me coming?
No. Oh, great.
Channeling Charlie Day for a minute.
Fuck.
Alright, left stick blue, right stick blue the camera. Recover your cargo, then find shelter from the rain. Put that on our back. I thought I saw another package out here. No? Okay. I guess the cutscene just made it look like there was two packages. The cargo scanner, the deck can scan for cargo tags. Every piece of cargo has a tag attached. Makes sense. It's like UPS, but not FedEx. Grab the thing. Lost cargo. You will sometimes find cargo from abandoned deliveries dotted about the landscape. Delivering this cargo is intended to its intended destination in good condition will make you very popular indeed. Right. Not just my handsome face, my well-tuned body. I hope message lasts for a long time. X to jump and climb. Tap X to climb continuously. We'll need to make use of that cargo.
Got the rain over there.
Yeah, that's right. I remember. I'll have to occasionally turn the sound off in order to mute the licensed music. There's still not an option, even after all these years in the director's cut, for the sound effects and the music to have different volume levels. It's either all or none. So, yeah, good job, Kojima. By providing, or by not providing, the one thing that everybody else seems to be providing in their video game. It might be a little bit too much to ask to have a streamer mode like we see for those Don't Nod Life is Strange games. But to just not have an option at all to change the volume of the music, or just to not play licensed music, that's just stupid. It's like, I'm not personally fond of the music selection, the 3 tracks they picked. It's not music I would ever listen to. When to put it in the game, it's just like, oh, well, here's that song I would never listen to in my game. Not giving me, like, not helping create mood or anything, it's just something annoying playing. Oop, I'm scared. Yeah, you can see a lot more detail this time around. It makes sense, the resolution's increased. Fidelity's increased. They've redone some texture work as well. It's funny, it's like, I also thought they were just walking on their hands. Then I forgot there's like a little claw swish as they step off. Yeah, it's funny. It sort of gives the impression that it's a horror game at first, but what it's really trying to be is tense, giving you a feeling of danger, but not really trying to frighten you. don't like bad breath. Because you can breathe through your nose fine. It's funny, they just walk around them like they know they're there. They're not like actively trying to hunt them down. But they are polite enough to step around them. Yeah, the game can really be beautiful at times. I mean, that Decima engine is very impressive. Metal Gear. Oh, seems like they're very proud of their tear effects. Prologue. Porter. Potty Porter.
I think they're gone. What the hell? Didn't mean to grab you so hard. Tears. A chiral allergy. So, you have dooms, like me.
I've got the extinction factor, but I think you got me beat.
What's your level? You can see them, right?
No, but I can sense them.
Level 2, then.
What are you doing here?
Trying to stay dry. Same as you. Timefall's let up. My name is Fragile.
Yeah, I've heard of you.
Laser dude.
That right? Sam
See,
Porter Bridges.
Once the ass comes into the picture, it's like, it doesn't really matter what they're saying. Just waiting for the next moment the ass comes in. It's like, shut up and show me the ass, please.
You want it? A crypto byte a day keeps the timefall away.
Yeah, you think as much as they talk about Timefall, I never really feel that it's all that well explained. I guess it gets by.
Wanna come work for me? Must be tough out here on your own.
Yeah, I thought Fragile Express had plenty of people.
Plenty of traitors. Not much left of us now, save for a few honest folks. And on top of that, not much left of me either. Got soaked from neck to toe.
I can't help you with that. I make deliveries, that's all.
This is Bridges Central Dispatch. Freelance contractor Sam Porter Bridges. Receiver is standing by for drop.
I think it's kind of weird that
Headed into town.
I can see. What does it matter what she's saying once the ass comes in?
Watch yourself. Those things never stay gone for long.
Could be like a gorilla, like walking across the plain, like that old psych experiment. I was like, there was a gorilla there? I was just watching the ass. It's like to go back and play, show the tape again. I said, there's clearly a gorilla there, right? I was like, no, still can't see it.
time full fast forwards whatever it touches. But it can't wash everything away. The past just won't let go. I'll see you around. Sam Porter Bridges.
Yeah, this is like the hardest game to recommend to people because it's not a real traditional kind of game. It's not even a traditional exploration walking sim kind of game. Blood and stamina gauges. The red bar is the blood gauge. When it reaches 0, Sam will die. The blue bar is the stamina gauge. As this gauge depletes, Sam moves more slowly, and maintaining his balance is harder. Oh yes, of the licensed music, which honestly kind of sucks. You know, I definitely don't like Kojima's taste in music. This is optimization, optimize for speakers or headphones. I'll do it for speakers. Normally I would play this game with speakers. Let's get that down there. I know some people get mad that streamers like me, the small-time streamers, you know, have to go to these measures to eliminate sound from, or eliminate licensed music from their streams. But you have to bear in mind that YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Gaming, you know, all three of the major streaming platforms, they instantly strike you. And in YouTube's case, you know, you only get 3 strikes. So even if you were completely justified in the music, you know, in my case, I can't help it that there's licensed music in these games. I'm just playing the games, and, you know, and as somebody who bought the game, you know, I'm entitled to listen to the music, and I'm not here to like share just the music, you know, potentially, you know, take away a sale, because that's what the music publishers, that's their argument, is that if you play music, then you're taking away a sale. You know, you haven't purchased the rights to broadcast that. But, you know, it's not my choice that your music's in here. If I had a choice, I would not have your music at all. I would remove the tracks altogether if I could. And I will always stipulate that in-house musicians, the guys that work on the sound effects and the rest of the music outside licensed track, that stuff always sounds better than licensed music, because it gets the mood correct, because it was built just for the game. But yeah, but that's why I can't do the licensed music. You know, I'm sorry. You know, I don't have a YouTube rep or a Twitch rep. You know, nobody's going to go to bat for me if I file a dispute. And you know, music publishers out there are really the crux of the problem. So, you know, if you really want licensed music in your videos, if you want streamers to be able to play that stuff, then, you know, we got to go to the music publishers and go stop filing claims against these people. I understand that there are people that abuse the system, of course, you know, and they do try to share music, just the music, you know, as it is, you know, kind of getting around people buying music. But at the same time, you know, there's no conclusive proof that someone who shares music is equals a loss in the sale. Right? Because people don't buy music for lots of reasons. Maybe they can't afford it, might not be in the region. Lots and lots of reasons why you maybe not necessarily don't buy music. And streaming it doesn't mean that it replaces it. Nor, God, it's a long ass song. What the fuck? Nor listening to it in a game proves that, you know, that you've cost the music publisher some sort of monetary loss. There's no correlation at all. Somebody that let's say they regularly pirate music, well, it's likely that they never would have bought that music in the first place. You know, again, they have lots of different reasons why people don't do that. But I don't think it's necessarily tied to. I don't necessarily think it's tied to sales. I mean, if somebody can't buy music, then they can't. Usually it's because they can't afford it. Oh, I saw that place I could eat cryptids. Where the hell? Oh yeah, you know what? Whatever. I guess it's not important. So yeah, that's my that's my spiel against streaming and music. You want to blame somebody, blame music publishers. It's all their fault that we have to cut out this music. If they understood that, like in TikTok, that people playing music or celebrating music, singing to songs, humming tunes, maybe making their own little music videos, that just promotes the music, and it makes you want to buy the music if you can't afford it. But until publishers see it that way, until they understand that it's another way to get your music out there and to get more listeners, then it'll always be this battle of, oh well, you played a song, you owe me money. It's like, well, if I never played the song, nobody would ever hear of your band, and you'd still get no money. It's really a loss not to have this thing be out there. I feel that way about my own music too. I don't. The only time I would go after somebody is if they were trying to profit off of it. So that would be the only way that I would file any sort of copyright claim. If they had like some sort of unauthorized remix, or if they were trying to claim the work as their own. Outside of that, I feel the same way that Daft Punk feels. It's like, well, music for the most part should be shared. It shouldn't really belong to anyone. Plus, there are only so many rhythms and instruments which sound good. And so eventually, at some point in time, pieces of music kind of bleed into each other. And what you may think is an original work, it's really like a culmination of everything that you've been exposed to and have listened to yourself. And so it's not as original as you think it is. Again, if I could change the rules somehow, and change YouTube to the earlier days of YouTube when they were not quite so strict. And again, they're really only strict because of music publishers. It's less to do with YouTube themselves as an entity and more to do with music publishers just loving to sue the shit out of everyone. Even their own customers. Right? Even people who buy things from them, they will sue. So yeah, I have no love for major music publishers. At this point in time, I don't even know if a music publisher is really needed with the internet being so ubiquitous. It used to be that the music publisher was the gateway that you had to go through in order to be exposed to music. It's not true anymore. Now somebody can go on SoundCloud, they can have their own YouTube video, or they can create their own site and distribute their music. And they don't need the big publisher anymore if you want to get exposed to it. They just need enough people to hear the song. Carrying too much cargo will make it easier to lose balance. If you find yourself swaying left or right, use L2 and R2 to shift your weight in the opposite direction to recover balance. Yeah, and there's more, there's definitely more resistance on the triggers, which is something that obviously wasn't possible on the PlayStation 4. Yeah, it's interesting to hear people gripe about music. It's just like, not my fault. And YouTube doesn't negotiate with small streamers. You're just guilty of everything. And small streamers don't have a voice. Again, a long time ago that was not the case with YouTube, but nowadays, with their prioritization of having algorithms run everything, kind of out of necessity.
What took you so long?
Just the way it is.
The legend to come in late.
Had to wait out the storm. Lost my bike.
Sounds like you've been through the ringer.
So yeah, I'd rather you watch me on Africa or
Luckily, our goods are in perfect condition.
or Odyssey, but
Well,
you know,
you did keep us waiting, but
not everyone wants to do
everything
that.
else seems to be in perfect order. So, great work. We'll be awaiting the next delivery.
Yeah. I see they haven't improved the eyes. They're still the same unblinking eyes, and everybody has the same eyes too. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Like, everybody has the same eyeballs, and sometimes they occasionally blink, but they're eerily the same eyes. At least in the holograms, not in the cutscenes. I think Keely's under that fence right there, waiting to pop out. I know that guy. Did somebody say Kojima? That's a hell of a vehicle, huh? I'll show you a lift kit.
Igor, Bridges corpse disposal. Sam Porter, I presume? Right. Not the touchy-feely type. Document said you had some kind of phobia.
Bridges corpse disposal? What happened?
Look, gotta get a move on. I'll explain as we go. Come on. Come and take a look.
And some people have falsely claimed that
He's got a date with the incinerator.
that Sony
How
and
long since he flatlined?
We don't know the exact TOD, but I'd say it's been upwards of 40 hours.
Kojima
He
Productions
was in quarantine.
Not sick.
have guaranteed
This is just
that the
suicide.
streaming doesn't file a claim,
Jesus.
but it's a lie.
We're just
If you
lucky we
stream
found 'em at
this
all.
game and those songs
Got 'em
come
on
up
ice
in your
ASAP,
stream
but who knows when
and
he'll
in the
go back.
replays, you will get a
Where are
strike.
you taking him?
Closest incinerator's to the north.
This route's crawling with PTs.
So
Sure you
don't
can't
believe
use
that
another.
bullshit.
I wish I could, but there's no time.
Then just burn the poor bastard right here.
You put all that chiralium in the air so close to town? Can't do it.
Better that than trying for the incinerator.
Hey, we can do this. We just need someone like you with dooms.
Well, he's already in the first stages of necrosis. If we don't hurry, this place is a crater.
So how about it? Can we count on you? Then Bridges hereby enters into a contract with Sam Porter.
Sam. Just Sam. And I can't spot BTs. Just sense them.
That's why we came prepared.
A bridge baby, huh?
With its help in you, we'll be able to stay one step ahead of them. Makes me feel like shit every time.
Well, you are plugging into the other side. Freaks me out, too.
Roll out!
Yeah, I do find the plot interesting. Maybe not like the best written plot out there, but still, it's like a conversation piece. It does get you thinking about things here and there. It's typical Kojima, though. It's like a lot of the stuff could be kind of exercised and trimmed a little bit, but you know, there's really nothing necessarily wrong with it. It just doesn't feel like a tight narrative. Oh yes, this
The world
dumbass
was
camera.
different when I was a kid. America was a country. Anybody could go anywhere they damn well pleased. No need for couriers like yourself. We had highways, airplanes.
Director's cut, and then
visit other countries.
your director puts the camera in the stupidest place. Like,
Hard
why
to
can't my
imagine
camera be a little
now.
higher?
As you can see, the Death Stranding poked us full of holes. Fucked us beyond all recognition. And if you were lucky enough to survive, the timefall came and washed you away. Then those freaks from the beach showed up. The worlds of the living and the dead all mixed together. And that's when folks started holing up in the cities. Couriers like yourself got put up on a pedestal.
You know, Igor explained that on. still, he talks a lot, and then it's not really that clear of an
Son of a
explanation.
bitch. Rainbow!
How much further to the incinerator? This guy's about to pop.
Shit. We're gonna have to cut to the BTs.
We don't have radios we can talk to each other with. I guess technology's all screwed up. Some strands there.
The engine's stalled.
Those assholes got us right where they want us. Get us out of here.
Sam, can you see anything?
No, nothing.
I guess Kojima just likes these chase sequences. I mean, it was in the last Metal Gear too.
This BB must be busted or something.
I don't know, someday I gotta finish that game. God, it's so hard to commit to that game. I always lose interest, you know, after like 6 or 7 missions. Again, it's such an interesting story. We're slogging through it. It feels like a slog. So crabby. I know, the time fall really doesn't affect the face that much. I mean, you have to get hit by a lot of time fall. Or be a character that's not important to the story that's going to die soon. Nor does it really affect you. But that's okay, they sort of try to explain it off. I mean, I'm sure they experimented with the game with everybody having face shields. They kind of make it seem more feasible, but then you don't see your actors' faces. Or just trying to give them bubble shields, but then it looks a little weird with all the effects applied in a game engine.
Shit, they're here. I can't get you out! Sam!
Shut up. Don't even breathe.
Yeah, I think the music's really good too. Not the licensed music. That music can go fuck off. But all the orchestration and the sound effects, excellent work on them. Yeah, no, oh boy. Jerk went to kill himself when he knew that, you know, his body would basically be like an atom bomb. sorry. Once the time fall affects your face, you're no longer a character that matters. Well, then isn't his body going to... Nah, never mind. I guess it does, at the end of the day. And you can kind of see that the bubbles aren't at 60 frames. But there's still 30 frames effects. I don't need to run. I can die. Pretty brutal. Not a great way to go. Yeah, seeing it again after having played the game, I mean, things make a lot more sense. But the first time you see this, you're like, what the hell's going on? This is just weird. I mean, it's still weird, but it's like especially weird without the context of the entire game behind it. See what a baby. The hair isn't quite right. I mean, God, it's so close. But at least he got the eyes right. I mean, that's some of the more difficult things to do in CG imagery. I know, you do expect to see the Colonel pop up and call him Big Boss. To me, this is like super weird casting too. Just got, you know, Lindsay Wagner. It's like Kojima, obviously, like the rest of us who were of his age, you know, age break, had a thing for her. It was like years later, you know what? Let's recreate the image that we fell in love with. Just, you know, jack off one more time. funny how the standards of beauty have changed too since her days with Charlie's Angels. I don't know if it's good or bad, but yeah, I don't know if I don't know if she would make it today. Yeah, we'll see him later. Sam is a repatriate, meaning that he can return to life from the place known as the Seam when killed. In the Seam, follow the strand to guide Sam's soul to his body to bring him back. Hi, me. I have this baby, and I'm a baby. Baby and a baby. Infinite set of babies.
Baby, can you hear me? Can you hear me? It's Daddy.
Oh, Mads. Oh, it's funny they're running along the strands. It's funny I don't remember him plugging the BB in. Yeah, again, I'm super proud of those tear effects. You gotta use them a
Once
lot.
there was an explosion. A bang which gave rise to life as we know it. And then came the next explosion. An explosion that will be our last.
I just felt that this little set of verses just never sounded right. Like it was just some bad translation. Like it doesn't sound like poetic enough. Episode 1, Bridget. Or Bridget.
Oh, you're awake. So, how does it feel to be back in the world of the living? Don't worry. I'm a doctor. Well, a coroner, originally. Call me Dead Man. I'm well acquainted with the dead. Not like you, of course. Contrary to the name, I've never actually died. I would advise against that. I'm no expert, but I can assure you it's for your own protection. See?
So I'm a prisoner.
These aren't handcuffs. They're cutting-edge devices that keep us all connected.
Us? Oh, us.
Yup. Bridges. Humanity's best hope for the future. Or avoiding extinction, if you prefer.
Right. Where am I? What time is it?
Watch me. Try pressing it against your skin. Like this. Relax. That just means your body's got a good connection to the cufflink. Look, look. The cuffs will watch over you 24 hours a day. That is to say, we will. We're here to help.
What the hell? 2 days?
During that time, we took the liberty of collecting fluid samples from you. You're a repatriate. That makes you very special.
Which samples
What
are you
happened to the
exactly?
CD
Which
guys?
fluids?
Central Knot was obliterated in the annihilation. Game over, man. Place is a crater. The only ones to get to continue were you, for obvious reasons, and your broken bridge baby.
Is it all right?
It's been marked for disposal. Didn't work anymore. Why keep it? We lost everyone. Not just corpse disposal. My team, HQ, all of Redford, every soul in Central Knot City. We're at our base, in Capital Knot City now. Or should I say, our new headquarters. Sudbury seemed the logical choice. But our implementation team has been decimated. And there's only so much they can do in 2 days.
Collect them all.
Things here are a mess. Fortunately, the director and his support team were out of town at the time, so the chain of command remains intact. I hate to do this so soon, but I have a job for you. This stencil is from when you repatriated? What's the other mark from?
A clinging woman in a cave.
I see. Aphenphosmphobia. No wonder you were out there alone, where no one could touch you. I'll try to be more careful, Sam. So, the job is an urgent delivery. I need you to bring the president some morphine.
What president? America's gone. You talking about the mayor of Central Knot?
No, not the mayor. America lives on, Sam. The president is in the final stages of cancer, in critical condition, but there's still time.
Why me?
Look, Sam. Do as I ask, and I promise it will all make sense.
Why don't you do it?
Because I'm not really here. Apologies. This is just a chirogram. And here, come the tears. Allergic reaction to the chiral transmission. I'm actually over in the isolation ward in the big triangle building. Here is the morphine. Bridges hereby enters into a contract with Sam Porter.
Come on. You got morphine there. What's this about? Tell me the truth.
The truth, Sam, is that America's last president wants to see you in person. Are you really about to say no?
Well, there are less letters in no than yes. It's much easier to say. And people don't say it enough. Well, and some people don't say yes enough. Kind of really depends.
Very good. I'll see you in the isolation ward.
Sam Porter Bridges.
All right. I'll go from there to there. No problem.
Delivery order for Sam Porter Bridges. Request transport of morphine to isolation ward for immediate administration to the president.
Access to delivery terminal denied.
Oh, cannot be accessed. Wow, yeah. Damn it. Alright, so why don't we stop it there. This is audap. You've been watching Death Stranding Director's Cut on PlayStation 5. Yeah, it's nice to see this game in 60 Hz and with some additional detail afforded by the higher resolution versus the one on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 4 Pro. Obviously, we're not going to get to the additional content quite yet, although there is some additional pieces of content to make the game move along a little faster. I think one of the central concerns about this game is that it does take a while to ramp up, and it really isn't until Act 3 that things kind of get interesting. You know, it's a lot of setup up until then. There are, I think there's a new weapon and some new items that you can get, which ease that transition up till Act 3. Yeah, for the most part, you know, when you're first playing, you're not going to get that new content for a little while. And if you want to play and load something for your PlayStation 4 save, you know, you can get to it right away if you want, because you'll be left at the moment right before the final boss battle. Yeah, I think, again, this is a game that's hard to recommend to everyone because it's not for everyone. But I think if you do manage to get into the flow of building the routes and following them and kind of the difficulty of managing the terrain and then building all the resources, I think it can be you know, not super addicting, but enjoyable. And certainly the story is really interesting, and I think it's worth experiencing just for that. So yeah, definitely check it out. I recommend it if you're okay with the quirkiness of it. Again, I can understand if you maybe don't want to play it and would rather watch a Let's Play. You know, it's kind of what I'm here for. Well, really, I'm really here to review it. I just spend the entire game playing it before I review it for you at the very end of the day. Yeah, hopefully we'll have just as much fun as we did the first time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.